Hello friends, once again I would like to welcome you all into the class of chemistry. From last lecture we are going to start very important topic in chemistry, and the name of topic is nothing but electrochemistry and corrosion. In this lecture, in our last lecture, we will see what is meant by electrochemistry and how the relationship between the electrical energy and chemical energy will be take place. Along with this concept, we will already see what are the different types of uses of this branch in our surrounding. From these lectures, we will going to start the syllabus point of electrochemistry chapter. At first, in this topic, we will understand what is meant by electrolyte. What is meant by electrolyte? So, friends, this electrolyte is nothing but it is one of the substance. It is one of the substance, and when this substance we are going to place into solution, at that time it can be liberate ions. It can be liberate ions, and when if we pass the electrical energy into that substance, then the chemical decomposition will be take place. What is the definition of the word electrolyte? So the word electrolyte is nothing but it is one of the substance. When this substance, if we place into a solution, at that time it forms ions. And if we pass electric current through this substance, at that time the chemical decomposition will be take place. Chemical decomposition will be take place. Let's give one simple example. Here in this example, if this is one of the beaker, or in this beaker water will be present. Water will be present. If we pass one electrolyte into it, one electrolyte into this water, at that time what happens? Formation of ions take place. If suppose that this electrolyte is nothing but this is NaCl electrolyte. Actually it is an salt. If we pass the electric current in this beaker containing this solution of water and NaCl electrolyte, at that time chemical decomposition will be take place. Means that the breaking between these salts will be take place. If the chemical decomposition will be take place, then the formation of ions like Na plus Cl minus will be take place. So this is all about the definition of word electrolyte. Electrolyte means काय? Electrolyte is nothing but it is one of the substance. When it is deposited in aqueous solution, at that times the formation of ions take place. Formation of ions will be take place, and when if we pass the electric current into that solution, then the chemical decomposition will be take place. Now the electrolytes will be divided into two different types. These electrolytes will be divided into two different types. Here, electrolytes divided into two different types. One is strong electrolyte, while another is weak electrolytes. One is strong electrolyte while another is weak electrolyte. Now again, what is meant by strong electrolyte? The strong electrolytes are those electrolytes which will be highly ionized in solution. Those electrolytes which will be highly ionized in solution, then such electrolytes we will going to call as strong electrolyte. And due to that reason, the ionization of strong electrolyte is high. If the ionization is high, then the degree of ionization is also high, and if the degree of ionization is high, then the conductivity of such a type of electrolytes are also high. Means that the strong electrolytes are those electrolytes are highly ionized in solution, and due to that property the ionization take place very high. Due to higher ionization, the degree of ionization is also higher, and due to these points the conductivity of such a type of electrolytes are also higher. Then what are the different types of example of such a types of electrolyte? If we see in case of acid, means in case of strong acid, then H2SO4 means sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is the best example of strong electrolyte, or this is the strong acid. When it is passed into aqueous solution, then this type of acid will be easily ionized, means it will be separated by means of plus and minus signs. Second very important and best example is HCl, means hydrochloric acid. Another very important example is nitric acid, HNO3. So these are the different types of examples of strong acid in case of strong electrolyte. If we see the examples of bases or strong bases, then the best example is KOH. You know that what is meant by KOH? KOH is nothing but potassium hydroxide. Another example is NaOH. Na is nothing but sodium, OH is nothing but hydroxide, sodium hydroxide. The best examples of salts like NaCl, well known salt, it is always present in our home. NaCl is nothing but sodium chloride, and again another very important example of salt like KCl. So these are the strong acids, strong bases, and these strong salts are the examples of strong electrolytes. Now, exactly opposite to strong electrolyte, the definition of these weak electrolytes. इथं आपण काय म्हटलेलं होतं, strong electrolytes are those electrolytes which are highly ionized in solution, and due to that reason their degree of ionization is high. Exactly त्याच्या opposite आपण काय म्हणणार आहे, these are the electrolytes in which the degree of ionization, these are the electrolyte in which low degree of low ionization will be take place, and due to that reason low degree of ionization will be observed. Low degree of ionization will be observed. एकदम सोपा डिफरन्स जर लक्षात ठेवायला गेला तर स्ट्रॉंग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स मध्ये आयोनायझेशन फास्ट होतं आणि वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स मध्ये आयोनायझेशन स्लो होतं. मग वीक ऍसिड्स, वीक बेसेस आणि काही सॉल्ट्स हे वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्सचे उदाहरण म्हणून आपल्याला घेता येतील. मग वीक ऍसिड म्हणून एक्झाम्पल जर बघायला गेलं तर आपल्याला ऍसिटिक ऍसिड हे एक्झाम्पल वीक ऍसिड म्हणून आपण घेऊ शकतो. याच बरोबर ऑक्झॅलिक ऍसिड, या ऍसिडची नावं तुम्ही इयत्ता 10वीला ऐकलेली असणार आहे. द एक्झाम्पल्स ऑफ वीक ऍसिड्स आर नथिंग बट ऍसिटिक ऍसिड, ऑक्झॅलिक ऍसिड. नाउ द वीक बेसिस examples, and the weak basis is nothing but ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH. These are the best example of weak base. If you see the example of salts, then barium sulfate is one of the best example of salt. It comes under the category of weak electrolytes. So that these are the two different types, their definitions and their examples present in these concept. Now by using these knowledge we will going to distinguish these two types of electrolytes. Distinguish these two types of electrolytes. Here at first we will take one table where we will going to distribute the strong and weak electrolyte. At first strong electrolyte and here weak electrolyte. First point for the differentiation in these two tables, strong electrolytes where the high ionization will be take place. In case of weak electrolytes, low ionization will be take place. Second very important point is here the degree of freedom is high, and here the degree of freedom obviously low. Degree of freedom is low. These types of strong electrolytes means these strong electrolytes are gives or it produce high conductivity, while such a type of electrolytes are produce low conductivity. And number fourth point is nothing but the examples. Here strong acid, strong bases and strong salts are the best examples of the strong electrolytes, and here the weak acid, weak bases and weak salts are the examples of weak electrolytes. म्हणजेच काय तर एकंदरीत आजच्या लेक्चरमध्ये आपण इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स म्हणजे काय आणि त्याचे दोन वेगवेगळ्या भागामध्ये कशा प्रकारे क्लासिफिकेशन झालेलं आहे हे आपण पाहिलं. यानंतर आपण शिकलेले जे भाग होते त्याच्यामध्येच आपण दोघांमध्ये असलेला फरक बघितला. स्ट्रॉंग आणि वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट मध्ये आपल्याला महत्त्वाचे डिफरन्स बघायला गेलं तर स्ट्रॉंग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट मध्ये आयोनायझेशन हाय असतं, वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट मध्ये लो असतं. साहजिकच इथं आयोनायझेशन हाय असल्यामुळं डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम इज हाय असणार आहे, तर इथं लो आयोनायझेशन असल्यामुळं डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम किंवा डिग्री ऑफ आयोनायझेशन लो असणार आहे. इथं डिग्री ऑफ आयोनायझेशन हाय असल्यामुळं कंडक्टिव्हिटी जनरेट फास्ट होणार आहे, म्हणजे जास्त प्रमाणात होणार आहे, हाय होणार आहे. आणि इथं डिग्री ऑफ आयोनायझेशन लो असल्यामुळं लो कंडक्टिव्हिटी जनरेट होणार आहे. आणि याची उदाहरणं म्हणून आपण स्ट्रॉंग ऍसिड, स्ट्रॉंग बेस आणि स्ट्रॉंग सॉल्ट, तर इकडं वीक ऍसिड, वीक बेस आणि वीक सॉल्ट असे घेतलेले. आजच्या व्हिडिओ लेक्चरमध्ये आपण महत्त्वाचा पार्ट म्हणजेच हा बेसिक पार्ट आपल्याला इलेक्ट्रोकेमिस्ट्री हा चॅप्टर शिकत असताना लक्षात येणं गरजेचं आहे. तर याच पार्टचा तुम्ही अभ्यास करा. मागच्या व्हिडिओमध्ये आपण इलेक्ट्रोकेमिस्ट्री म्हणजे काय, त्याची एक वेगवेगळे ब्रांचेस कोणत्या, इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी आणि केमिकल एनर्जी या दोघांमधला असलेला डिफरन्स, त्याचा रिलेशनशिप आणि इलेक्ट्रोकेमिस्ट्री ही ब्रांच आपल्याला डेली लाईफमध्ये कशा प्रकारे उपयोगी ठरते हे पाहिलं होतं. आजच्या लेक्चरमधला भाग आणि मागच्या लेक्चरमधला भाग तुम्ही नक्की रिवाइज करा. त्यानंतर आपण पुढच्या लेक्चरला इलेक्ट्रोलायसिस प्रोसेस काय असते हे पाहूया. तोपर्यंत तुम्ही आजचं लेक्चर पूर्ण पाहिला त्याबद्दल तुमच्या सर्वांचं माझ्याकडून खूप खूप आभार. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच.